What's happening? This is Mr. Royce from Royce Media coming at you guys with another video. It's Friday. Yeah, what's up? How y'all doing today, man? Y'all good? I'm good. It's Friday. I'm happy for everybody that Friday's the last day of work. They got a week. The last day of work they got to work this week. We've had to deal with some issues of Hurricane Helen in Florida. Not only Florida, Texas, but the Carolinas, Georgia, all of that stuff. Georgia got smacked, man. Georgia got smacked. I'm like, wow. Yeah, Georgia got wrecked, man. Let me fix this. Let me adjust this camera, guys. I don't like how this camera is. So, so we're gonna make this a little bit better. That's better. Ain't that better? That's better. I like that. Yeah. Yeah, man. So yeah, Tampa, they got roughed up a little bit. Georgia really got wrecked. You know, they don't know how to do nothing but disco dance and smoke weed. So so they really got wrecked. You know, Texas had their share of water. I want to say not Galveston, but it's one of the coastal cities, one of the coastal places over there in Texas. Um, yeah, they got wrecked. North Carolina and South Carolina, they gonna get wrecked. They gonna pray to God to take the pain away because that's what they do. They're real religious in North Carolina and South Carolina. So yeah, yeah, man. But anyway, you know, my wife like she some stuff, and she know I'll be doing a show around this time. So anyway, what else is going on, man? You know, we talked about the indictment of Eric Adams a little bit the other day. What y'all think about that, man? You know, they said they've been looking into this guy since 2014. It and it's the feds, and I know that the feds tend to take a long time when they are looking into a case. I get it. I understand that part, you know. And this was stuff that when they're looking into him for stuff that happened when he wasn't the mayor. You know, allegedly he took some money they didn't want him to take. So that's that's the spiel with Eric Adams. So that's what they're going to use to go after him with. I'm not surprised. So so we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see. I'm pretty sure there's some other stuff that's going to come out, and they probably don't want to talk about it now. So we'll see how that goes. Um, you know, as far as that goes, um, shout out to Anton Daniels because Anton Daniels said he thinks that they're going after Eric Adams in the first place because Eric Adams, uh, he stopped supporting uh, the influx of migrants um, into the city. And oh man, they showed the video. I saw a video um, on YouTube with Kamala Harris at a pro-immigration rally chanting "No, no" to deportation. Let me see if I can find it, man. Let me see if I can find it. me see if I can find it. She is such a cornball, man. Okay, so this apparently was at was in 2018. This was a video that resurfaced in 2018. We're gonna take a look at it, man. We're gonna take a look at it and we'll talk about it. I mean, let me throw this in the browser. Hopefully the playback is.
Up with education, down, down with deportation. Up with education, down, down with deportation. Up down, down with deportation. Up with education.
Let me fix this so you all can see what I'm looking at. Because I got it way in this corner up here. I want you all to see what I'm looking at. Let me bring this down so you all can see what I'm looking at. Y'all can see what this cornball is doing.
Down, down with deportation. Up with education. Down, down with deportation. Up with education. Down, down with deportation.
Why is the education of foreigners our responsibility when they can't abide by our laws? Why? This is what you all voted for. This is why our border is in the shape it's in. This is a video back in 2018. And this pretty much goes to show if she is at this rally that's saying down, down with deportation, and she was placed in charge of the border crisis when the Biden administration came in, we see what it is. And so you goofy black Democrats and you goofy black leftists, don't come in here talking about how she's did a good job managing the border crisis, unless you mean that she's letting people in unfettered. We don't want to hear that. This is what y'all voted for. Just like that video surfaced back in 2018 when she said she's not doing anything for black people. Y'all think that's going to change? She ain't done nothing for you the last 3 years. So this is what it is. This is what it is. Fair use. Let's continue. Let's continue. Shout out to Sky News Australia. I like them. They do some good work. Let's shut that down. So yeah, now what? Now what? What y'all got to say about that now, huh? That's your girl with the little goofy, looking like the corny white women that be in the club with the little goofy, do the little finger dance. That's your girl. The AKA. That's your girl. What now? What? Moving on. Let's see if we can pull up somebody. Let's see if we can pull up a story about the Eric Adams indictment. Man, these stories are so long. I don't I don't want to pull up I just want to pull up something short. Hey, everything they got on this guy, man, it's like at least an hour. Everything I'm coming up with, like I said, I think it was because he wouldn't play ball. He got tired of supporting them with their immigration scam. You know, that's all it was. And understand this. The nature of the beast is to find out everybody involves weakness or misgiving so it can be weaponized against them at the appropriate time. So I'm not surprised they went after him. They knew he was dirty going in because everybody's dirty going in. So everybody involved has got some dirty laundry. Everybody's got, you know, everybody's got some issues. And that's how these people that's how they move, you know? So that's how they move. So it is what it is. Let's take a look at this Eric Adams
Largest
situation.
city, this one. The New York Times is reporting tonight that New York City Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted on federal charges. NBC News has not independently verified that report, and the Times reports that those charges remain sealed as of this evening. So we do not know what those charges are and what they include or do not include. Joining me now is Royce Vance, former U.S. attorney and MSNBC legal analyst. Joyce, just to reiterate what we have now, NBC News can report that New York City Mayor Eric Adams is expected to face federal charges by prosecutors out of the Southern District in New York, and those charges could come as soon as tomorrow, according to two sources familiar with the matter. Joyce, just your top line reaction first to the fact that the feds are charging potentially, reportedly, the mayor of New York City. If that is in fact what happens, Eric Adams will become the first mayor in New York City history to be charged while in office.
Yeah, so fair use, fair use. This lets you know that they were waiting for him to mess up so that they could go after him. It is what it is. They were waiting on him to mess up. And like I was saying before, they that's just what they do. Everybody's got dirty laundry that's involved in politics. And they just wait for the appropriate time to air it out and use it against them. That's really what Diddy was doing. We've been talking all this stuff about Diddy. Diddy, I believe he recorded all his freak body interactions for two reasons. One was to, that was his kink, and then two, it was to blackmail other people and to weaponize whatever it was that he knew against them at a later time. You know, let's continue. Fair use, fair use.
thoughts.
So I think this looks like a classic federal public corruption investigation. Unfortunately, the Justice Department has repeatedly been in the business of indicting mayors who are involved in corruption. That doesn't come as a surprise, I don't think, to anyone. There have been a number of investigations here.
Joyce, I'm going to let you turn your phone off if you need to.
I'm going to do it magically.
Hey,
Siri,
happens.
stop my alarm.
It happens. Just in terms of, you're talking about a classic corruption investigation. What we know is that the feds were interested in potential illegal foreign donations. The countries that have been mentioned in the reporting, again, we do not know if this is going to be in the indictment, included Turkey, Israel, China, Qatar, South Korea, and Uzbekistan. Lisa Rubin mentioned there are maybe up to 5, 6, or 7 different federal investigations. And MSNBC legal analyst
I'm sitting up here talking. I was going off talking. Man, I'm so sorry about that. Anyway, man, that's enough about Eric Adams. Let's uh let's go back to the Diddy situation. And there's a lot of information coming out of people going to these Diddy parties and somehow waking up in bed with other men and women, you know, uh, scantily clad or with no clothes on, engaged in some kind of musical chairs event. That's what I'm gonna call. That's what I'm gonna call the situation: a musical chairs event. Adult musical chairs. You know, um, with different activities going on, and probably some sore orifices. Listen, if you are hanging around the Hollywood and the entertainment industry types, especially in this day, and especially in the information age, you know what's going on. There's no point in being naive and thinking that these people aren't capable of doing the things that they do. If you're there for a reason, especially if you are a super popular person, you are a beautiful person, or you are a person of access and influence, you are there for a reason. Somebody is trying to get to the buttocks. Somebody trying to somebody trying to get up with you, and it's just not simply in the ways that you think it is. So if you make the decision to go to them events for whatever reason, I understand networking and all of that stuff, networking and being seen and stuff, but there's something that come with it. And that's why I was like, man, that's not my life. I can't, I mean, I get it, I understand, and that's why I made the choice, man. Hey, certain stuff I can't do. Just like certain political stuff, man. I really wanted to do some political stuff. I wanted to have some political clout. And then I saw what came with it, and I was like, nah, man, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not trying to go to prison. I'm not trying to get indicted. I'm not trying to be in shootouts. Cause in Chicago, it's a lot of it. If you don't understand, listen, in Chicago, a lot of that political stuff is also tied into mafias, gangs, and different things like that. A lot of the construction businesses and law firms and stuff, a lot of those people came from gangsters, be they Italian, be they Irish, be they black, be they cartel members and stuff. They they come from those people, you know. So don't be surprised, man. And so there was certain stuff I just didn't want to live with. For me, I think I ultimately wanted to be a square. I didn't want to be involved in that other stuff, man, because I understand poop rolls downhill, and you know, more people at the bottom get caught than people at the top. So I don't like jail. I don't like jail or prison. I worked at jail. I seen what them guys do. I seen what jail was like, man. Nah, I don't want to do that. But it is what it is. And getting back to the Diddy parties and stuff, you know, to have access to stuff like that and to be around people like that, there's certain stuff that come with it. That's why I don't feel sorry for the Epstein girls or the Weinstein girls, because I know what it is. I understand what their casting couch is. I have a few very beautiful relatives. And when I say beautiful, I mean really beautiful. That if I put them all together, a lot of you guys will be salivating at the mouth, and I will let you know that these women, these are the women of your dreams and your nightmares. But very beautiful. I have three relatives that look like Lisa Ray. A few of them that look like Sally Richardson. Yeah. We make them type of women in our family, and so they get invited to places, and certain stuff. They see certain stuff come up, and most of them is like, it's okay, you know, I don't want to do that, but yeah, man, you know, um, so that's what it is. So let's look at some other stuff in the news, man. What else y'all want to talk about? What else y'all want to talk about? So my cheap ass went on ahead and got the YouTube premium because I got tired of the ads and stuff. I'm tired of the ads, but I think it would help me give a better product to you all, and to help me move the shows along better. Let's see what else. uh, Let's see what else we can talk about. I got one of my dogs is in here. She likes to have these wrestling matches with herself, so that's what she's in there doing. Y'all hear in the background. So, yeah, we talked about Gloria Allred representing one of the victims of an alleged Diddy interaction, and she's filing uh, criminal sexual charges against Diddy, and Gloria Allred is on the case. Diddy is pretty much done. That's one of the people, man, that you know, when she show up, you best be talking settlement, because and it better be one that to her and her clients liking, because if not, you done in court. She one of them. She is a pantsuit avenger. She is, hardcore defeat the patriarchy. You know, um, she is going to try to steal as much wealth from men as she can. That is her mission. That is her religion, and she gonna come with it. She is like the high priestess of destroy men. you know, and it doesn't matter if you're a white man or a black man. If you are a man and she can find a way to destroy you, that's what she's gonna do. That is what she is going to do. So it is what it is. Hey, let's take a look at what's going on in Florida. I talked about Hurricane Helen.
Path of the storm, Local 10's Alexis Frazier is in the newsroom with a closer look. Alexis.
Well, Eric, just about every part of Florida felt the effects of Helene in some form or another. In Hillsborough County, floodwaters so high, a teenager ended up trapped in her car. Just take a look for yourself.
I am up on the back of my truck.
I don't know if I can get it.
All right, stand by. I'm gonna help you. Come on. It's all right. It's okay. You're
Fair use, fair use. Yeah. It's a good thing that this man and other men in this emergency first responder agency was able to arrive on scene and help this young girl, who was a part of Gen Z, to men are trash. We can do anything men can do. and we don't need men generation. It's a good thing that the men that they don't need were around to help them, regardless of them not needing them. So, you know, every time you hear that misandric babble, think of incidents like this. Let's continue. Let's continue fair use, fair use.
Come on.
Well, this video sent to us by the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. Deputies were thankfully able to come to that teen's rescue. They say they've received more than 300 storm-related emergencies calls all across the county. The area was one of the first to issue a mandatory evacuation. Tampa's mayor addressing other rescues in their city from overnight.
80.
All right, so what do you all think about that? You know, um, it's a, I'll say this: Florida does pretty good with emergency management situations like that. There can always be some improvement, but I think Florida does pretty good. I think for the most part, Florida does pretty good, and again, situation of you know, the very people that a certain gender says they don't need, is there to help them regardless of whether they need it or not. So shout out to Hillsborough County, and the Tampa first responders out there for taking care of their people. There's a few places I saw that was pretty flooded, so hey, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. Let's look at some other news, man. Yeah. Well, nah, pretty much the hurricanes are the big news. Um, Eric Adams being indicted is the big news, and basically, that surface video of Vice President Harris chanting down, down with deportation. That's pretty much the news right now. And you know, we'll see what it is later. We'll see what develops from these things. Of course, Diddy's he's staying in the news. More and more people coming forth, telling their stories of this whole Diddy situation, and you know, we'll follow them as we can. I'll probably go live later on from my cell phone because I'll be out and about running errands and doing stuff, and you know, I'll come through and do a babble, about that stuff. But other than that, I appreciate you all being here on Rumble. I appreciate you all being here on YouTube. Do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. This is Mr. Royce, Voice Media. If you have any show ideas, my email is in the bio, and my Facebook page information is as well. Shoot me a DM or shoot me an email. I appreciate you guys, and